Welcome back to our channel, Tarnished Souls. Today, we're diving deep into the mystical world of mermaids. Yes, you heard it right, mermaids. These enchanting, mysterious creatures have captured our imaginations for centuries. But have you ever wondered where these stories come from, or what truth might lie beneath the surface? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you might just see mermaids in a whole new light. Before we dive into the depths, let's start at the shore where myth meets reality. Mermaids have been a part of folklore and mythology for centuries, captivating the imaginations of people across cultures and continents. From the sirens of ancient Greek mythology, who lured sailors to their doom, to the Ningyo of Japanese folklore, whose appearance was considered an omen of disaster, mermaids have taken on various forms. But what connects these stories across time and space? Could there be a common thread linking them? Let's take a world tour of mermaid legends. In Africa, the water spirit Mami Wata is revered as a mermaid-like figure, bringing wealth and healing to her followers. In Scotland, the selkie creatures that can transform from seals to humans have their own fascinating tales. And in Russia, the rusalka is a water nymph associated with lakes and rivers, sometimes depicted as a tragic figure of unrequited love. Each culture adds its own twist to the mermaid myth, reflecting their unique relationship with the sea. How do these diverse depictions shape our understanding of mermaids? Now we want to hear from you. Which mermaid legend fascinates you the most? Is it the haunting sirens, the benevolent Mami Wata, or perhaps the mysterious selkies? Share your thoughts in the comments. So, what exactly is a mermaid? According to popular depictions, a mermaid is a half-human, half-fish creature. With their upper body resembling that of a human and their lower body being a fishtail, mermaids are often seen as beautiful and alluring beings. But did you know that in some legends, mermaids were actually depicted as monstrous with scales and fins that could rival the most fearsome sea creatures? It's a fascinating duality, one that speaks to the complex nature of the sea itself. Now let's delve into the darker side of mermaids. In many cultures, mermaids are not the benevolent, graceful beings we see in modern media. In Slavic folklore, the rusalki were believed to be the spirits of young women who died tragically and returned as vengeful, water-dwelling entities. Similarly, in Irish mythology, the merrow, another form of mermaid, could be kind or deadly, depending on the circumstances. These stories reflect the fears and uncertainties that people had about the vast unknown ocean. Could these tales be a reflection of humanity's deepest anxieties? The concept of mermaids hasn't always been associated with beauty and benevolence. In fact, in some legends, mermaids were believed to be dangerous, luring sailors to their demise with their enchanting songs. These tales, especially prominent in European folklore, often served as a warning to seafarers about the perils of the sea. Could these stories have been inspired by real-life encounters with the unknown? Or were they metaphors for the unpredictability and danger of the ocean? Mermaids have also had a significant impact on literature and art. In Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid, we see a mermaid who longs to become human, a story that has been retold countless times since its publication in 1837. But did you know that Andersen's tale is much darker than the Disney version? The original story explores themes of sacrifice, unrequited love, and the consequences of desire. In art, mermaids have been depicted by painters like John William Waterhouse, whose romanticized images of mermaids capture both their beauty and melancholy. How have these portrayals influenced our modern perception of mermaids? Now, let's dive beneath the waves and explore the underwater world where mermaids are said to reside. Imagine for a moment hidden grottos, coral palaces, and an entire civilization of mermaids existing just out of sight. With incredible swimming abilities, they would glide effortlessly through the water, their powerful tails propelling them with grace and speed. But what would life be like in these mysterious realms? Would they interact with other sea creatures? Could they communicate with dolphins or control the tides? The possibilities are endless and the allure undeniable. But what might have inspired the concept of mermaids? Many scholars believe that ancient sightings of sea creatures like manatees and dugongs could have given rise to mermaid legends. These animals, seen from a distance by sailors who had been at sea for months, might have been mistaken for mermaids. Additionally, the human brain's tendency to anthropomorphize unfamiliar creatures might have contributed to these misidentifications. Could there be more to these tales than just imagination? Let's explore some of the most famous historical mermaid sightings. But here's the big question: are mermaids real? Despite centuries of legends and countless sightings reported by sailors, there is no concrete scientific evidence to prove their existence. But then, why do these stories persist? Is it just a case of mistaken identity, manatees and dugongs, perhaps? Or could it be that mermaids exist in a form we simply haven't yet discovered? Let's not forget, the ocean is vast and largely unexplored. What secrets might still be hidden in its depths? Let's take a closer look at the science behind mermaids. While the existence of mermaids as we imagine them is highly unlikely, the idea of human-like creatures adapted to an aquatic environment isn't entirely far-fetched. Marine biologists have speculated about the possibilities of unknown species existing in the ocean's depths. Could there be creatures with advanced adaptations that we've yet to discover? We'll explore how evolutionary biology might explain or debunk the mermaid myth. While mermaids may be fictional, it's crucial to remember that our oceans are home to a vast array of real-life creatures that are just as fascinating. From the delicate seahorses to the majestic sea turtles, our marine ecosystems are teeming with life that deserves our respect and protection. Imagine if mermaids were real. What would they think of the state of our oceans today? Let's work together to conserve and preserve these precious habitats, not just for the sake of fantasy, but for the very real future of our planet. Throughout history, there have been numerous reports of mermaid sightings. From sailors in the Caribbean to fishermen in Japan, people have claimed to see these mysterious beings. But what do modern experts think of these sightings? Could they all be explained by natural phenomena? Or is there something more mysterious at play? We'll examine some of the most famous sightings and the theories behind them, including recent claims and investigations. On a lighter note, let's talk about mermaids in popular culture. From Disney's beloved Ariel in The Little Mermaid to the recent resurgence of mermaid-themed fashion trends and viral TikTok challenges, mermaids continue to make a splash in the entertainment world. But why do we remain so fascinated by them? Is it their beauty, their mystery, or perhaps the idea that there's more to the world than what we can see? Let's dive into some iconic portrayals and see how mermaids have evolved in the modern age. Did you know there's an entire industry built around mermaids? From professional mermaid performers at aquariums and events to the booming market for mermaid tails and accessories, mermaid culture has become a thriving business. We'll take you behind the scenes of this fascinating industry, exploring how people bring the magic of mermaids to life in the real world. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of mermaids. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow mermaid enthusiasts. But before you go, let us know in the comments what's your favorite mermaid story or legend. And if mermaids were real, would you want to meet one? Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of the world, both above and below the waves.